So today's video is centered on happiness, the ever elusive happiness, which is something that we all want, don't we? We all want to be happy. Okay? We all want to be happy. Yet, we're not. Most of us aren't. Are we? So let's get right into it. Now, you gotta start asking yourself some questions. Number one, why am I so afraid to be happy? Is it because you don't have the car you want now? You don't have the house you want now? You don't have the partner you want now? You don't have the parents you want now? You don't have the money you want now? Etc., etc., etc. The whole thing, right? Well, let me tell you something, kids. You want to be happy today. You don't want to prolong your happiness. Because then what ends up happening when you tell yourself you'll be happy when you get the stuff you want, you're just pushing that shit farther away from yourself and you'll never be happy. Believe me, I wasted 2 decades being frustrated because I didn't have what I wanted to have. I was frustrated about the circumstances going on in my life that weren't right. So that's what I focused on all day long. I don't like my job. I want a new house. I want a new car. I want more money so I can take my family on more vacations. I want to take my family to Disneyland 3 times a year. I want to go to Hawaii. I want to do all this stuff. I'm working for somebody when I should be their boss instead of them being my boss. I should have went to college. I should have went to film school. You know, I'm frustrated. That was my loop in my head all day long for a long time. And coincidentally, that's just not the way to be. It's not the way to be. And what you're doing is you're creating a negative charge around yourself. You can call it an aura. But I always had bad luck. I didn't know why. I could even feel like something surrounding me. Didn't know what it was. Now I know it's the aura. It was the aura I created. I could literally feel it, and I just felt like I was cursed or had bad luck. There was this fucking cloud around me that I couldn't shake, not knowing that I created it with my own thoughts, my own feelings. Thoughts and feelings, that's not hippie bullshit. That's hippie bullshit. A lot of people like to say that when you talk about thoughts and feelings creating reality. It's fake, it's hippie. Well, no, it's not fake, dude. So if you're that ignorant, that's on you. To think that your own thoughts and feelings don't mean anything, that's ignorance. And you'll learn sooner or later, hopefully. But for the rest of us who want to be happy, this video is for you. Now I'm going to give you a shortcut to happiness. What you do is you be happy today. Be happy today, and your tomorrow will be better. How do I be happy? Some people don't even know how to be happy. Well, what you do is you focus on the stuff that's good in your life. Instead of focusing on what's wrong, you focus on what's good. They always say, don't look at the glass as half empty, look at it as half full, and all this type of stuff, right? That used to get on my nerves. I mean, of course, it's better to look at the glass as half full than half empty, but that's not helping me have my Corvette today, is it? That's not helping me have my house for my family today, is it? I'm too frustrated to listen to that kind of talk, dude. I don't got time for that stuff. That's how I used to be. Until I finally got tired of having bad luck. Always every year or two, some type of catastrophe would happen, whether I got hurt at work or whether I, lost my job or whether something always happened, And that's because I was planting these negative seeds And at some point, the harvest comes. This is why I'm telling you to plant positive seeds. Everybody has something to feel good about. I don't care if you got to focus on just whatever it is you love. It's your dog, it's your mom, it's your dad, your husband, your wife, your boyfriend, your kids, whatever. Don't be afraid to feel love for that person. That's the easiest way to make yourself feel good. You think of that person, you feel good. That's one way to do it. Just feeling good will make things change for you, but I'm not going to give you all the answers and tell you what's going to happen. Oh, if you do this, this will happen. If you do that, that'll happen. If you do this and think this, you'll get good parking spots and all this kind of stuff. Like, I'm not going to give you all the answers, but I'll tell you what to do. And you got to do the experiment yourself, and then you'll reap the results. And it'll happen fast. It'll probably happen the first day you start, because especially if you're somebody who hasn't resonated with love and gratitude in a long time, something's going to happen real quick. And you're going to be like, that's different. Somebody's going to call you out of nowhere. Oh, I just gave you an answer. Something will happen. So believe me, just do it. Interesting tidbit. My son was going through some rough times a few years ago. He was frustrated. He's a big, strong kid. Well, a big, strong young man. And he was frustrated. And he's playing basketball a lot at the park. He wasn't making much money at work. I gave him my Trans Am as a gift, 1979. He wanted to fix it up, but he couldn't because he wasn't making enough money. So he was frustrated. That was his frustration, one of his frustrations. So, long story longer, he was getting into these altercations at the park with people playing basketball. He was on the verge of tearing somebody's head off and the whole thing. And one day he's telling me all this stuff, and I asked him, "Hey, when's the last time you felt gratitude? Like, this is me talking to him. I said, when you got everything you wanted for Christmas, or when someone, his uncle would buy him a nice toy car or whatever, and you get that wave of happiness and gratitude." I said, "When's the last time you felt like that?" And he said, "I don't even know." And I was like, wow. Bingo. King said in falsetto. No wonder you're having all this bad luck, dude. Like, you got to learn to flex your gratitude. And I say flex because it's like a muscle. You learn how to flex your gratitude by meditation, by sitting still somewhere, closing your eyes, and mentally imagining what it felt like during times where you felt gratitude. So you learn to conjure up this emotion, and then you learn to flex it on demand. And you want to do this as much as possible all day long. And guess what? Things will happen. So you're lucky that you have these hacks, if you want to call it a hack. But you got to do the work. It's easy work, really. Well, it's not easy. It's easy, but it's not easy. So anyway, I'll try to cut it off here. I'm already at 8 minutes and 57, 58, 59, 9 minutes. So I'll be back. Learn to flex your gratitude and things will happen. And I'm very raw at this talking thing. This is normally stuff I think about, and it's perfect when I think it inside of my head. But now that I'm saying it out loud, I'm all over the place. People, bear with me. I love you for crying out loud.